What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And today is September 18th, 2024. Star Wars Day, at least in the 19K Fox household. Finally, it has arrived. The one I've been waiting for a long time. I put in this order what seems like forever ago, but it was probably a few months. And this is the one that is kind of the new bucket list. I mean, you got your original bucket list that have classics like, Star Wars Arcade Trilogy by Sega. That's on the original list, right? That list. But then eventually things come on the list that maybe are not necessarily better, right? They don't really necessarily replace it. But if you're forced to have one of the two, you got to kind of go for maybe something that's a little bit newer, not quite as classic. And that's what this is. This is Star Wars BattlePod. Not the big round BattlePod you've seen with the projector above your head. I couldn't fit that in my house. This is the 42-inch version of that same game. I'm very excited to get my hands on this, so I'm not going to talk about it anymore. Let's grab the razor knife and let's get this thing open. So I don't really know exactly how this, I think based on the size that I'm seeing and the measurements that I've seen online, I think the topper is probably off of the 42-inch monitor. So that may be sitting down in the chair. You got the chair over there. This kind of reminds me of the spaceship from the Explorers. Remember, they take like the carnival seat and turn it into a spaceship. All right, here it is. Oh, wow. Okay. Look at this. Meticulous indeed. Wow. Oh, I think it's already broken down in the pieces. Oh, this is awesome. No, this is great. I was worried that the whole seat was already attached, but it looks like they've got that completely separated and broken out. Awesome. Very nicely done. Packaging. Oh, well, you got to keep the blade in there, Fox. What are you doing? Yeah, that's not bad at all, actually. Wow. Nope. Okay, awesome. So the topper is here. It's located down there. So I was getting nervous. I'm not going to lie to you. I was getting nervous. But it looks like, yeah, they've got it. This is so this is already broken down in the pieces I need. So I should just be able to take I'll go around the backside, right? And just take it in there one at a time. This is so awesome. Oh. Oh, this is sick. Oh, holy crap. Okay, so if you're thinking about getting one of these, or maybe you find one and you want to pick it up and you're curious, once you break it down, what kind of dimensions are you looking at? So the base itself, the total height, with the marquee removed, like I said, is not bad. It is about 70 inches, so about 5'10", and then it looks like the base length is, it's about 47 inches. This is going to be the widest part. I think these little plastic pieces come just shy of the total base width. So about 47, so almost 4 feet. But the real dimension you want to pay attention to is this one here. This is the door you're going to have to fit it in your house. And this dimension is a whopping 26 3/4 inches, so 27 inches. So as long as you got about a 30-inch door, you should be fine, which is what I have. I think I have a 32-inch door downstairs. When I lived in the country, I didn't have to haul this stuff off. I could just burn it. That was freedom, kids. Just set stuff on fire and nobody cared. Bee Kong from Kongs R Us actually said he hated me when I told him I was getting this. Can you believe that? Why would a friend say that? It's so very upsetting. Okay, we're going to do a controlled descent. Basically, I'm going to use my body to shield the arcade game. Makes sense, right? Okay, let me just try a little budge. Oh, it's a little heavy, but I think I'll be all right. Ooh, good thing I'm incredibly strong. Okay, oh, there we go. All right, now I need to get on the other side, control that going down too. Nice and easy. I'm actually gonna go down here. No, if I do that, it's gonna crush my fingers. I will most certainly die. It's just awkward enough. Okay, good. Take the board like that. It's just MDF, so I'm not gonna try to do it like that, maybe. All right. Well, this isn't awkward at all. Oh, yeah. Okay. That's it. We're in. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so it is day 2. As you can see, I've been really busy getting everything out of the arcade so BattlePod can go in. I've got a nice path cleared with all the arcade 1-ups off this left wall, so that's gone. And I also took Cruis'n World out, and I'm afraid it's going to stay out until I get the monitor fixed, and then it's going to be sold. Unfortunately, I went back and forth, and I decided that's the cabinet that's going to have to go. I got 3 racers. I really don't have room for 3 plus BattlePod, so that drew the short stick. And it is sad because that's a lot of fun, but unfortunately, it just has to go. I can't keep everything, as my wife keeps telling me over and over again. So I took the time to vacuum everything up. I cleaned it up. The cabinets are spaced out. Outrun 2 and Crazy Taxi are spaced out perfectly. I'm telling you, man, for as big as this thing is, it could be the easiest full-side arcade I think I've ever moved. When I was building this arcade, I did not know that BattlePod would be coming in. I don't even really know that I knew of the 42-inch version, but I'm glad I found it. Actually, really glad I found it because this game is incredible, super fun. I did play some last night. I know I didn't shoot the footage. I'm sorry. It's what it is. This is so cool. I really hope this topper doesn't hit the ceiling because it's going to be really close. Moment of truth. Let's see if this beautiful marquee hits the ceiling. If it hits the ceiling, I'm going to hit the ceiling. I don't think it's going to. I don't think it's going to. I don't think it's going to. I don't think it's going to because it's not. Look at that. Yes. Awesome. Let's see what we got. We had, oh yeah. 3.25 inches. Perfect. Connection here. Take a little look under the seat. There is a speaker. You can see that. It looks deceivingly small, but trust me, it does a really good job of making the whole seat rumble. Now with the cabinet completely assembled and all the levelers are adjusted properly, it is time to put the last side panel on the cabinet, and finally we get to turn off the lights and turn on the game. Okay, this is the first test. With everything connected, let's hope the marquee works. Hold on to your butts. Oh, that's pretty incredible. Okay, so there you have it, an incredible arcade cabinet to say the very least. And one of the things that was the most surprising about this cabinet is how easy I was able to move it around. Compared to some of these old big bad boys with the 3/4 inch plywood and the big CRT monitors, this was fairly light. I use that term lightly. But once you get it on the two-wheel dolly, I was able to move this thing around the house and get it in the basement with little issue, with little problem. Of course, you know, going downhill is a little bit easier than going uphill, but that's neither here nor there. This thing is never going to leave my arcade because I absolutely love it. Now, once you get the three pieces put back together and it fits inside your space, you're going to find that this is really a little bit more immersive than I thought. So the original BattlePod, the big bad boy in the big arcades, was actually like a chamber you walked into and you sat down. There's a projector over your head and it shot the image on the screen that kind of went around you, and it really sort of took all the action, you know, was right there, and there was nothing outside your peripheral but this game. This mimics that pretty good because the way you're situated so close to that 43-inch monitor, there's really nothing else going on outside but the game itself. So it does a pretty good job of replicating that experience. Of course, the sound is incredible. The little subwoofer, although it doesn't look like much, really gets you rocking. It really vibrates, and just once again making that a super immersive experience. The RGB lights on the side of the cabinet also don't just, you know, come on and shine. They change colors based on whatever game you're playing, and that really comes into play when you select one of those bonus levels, Vader's Revenge, where those lights go red and really adds to the experience. When the arcade lights are off and those RGBs are shining red and you're playing as Vader and you hear the heavy breathing, it's great. You feel just like a Sith Lord. One of the other bonus levels is a level from Force Awakens, which, of course, I guess no cabinet is perfect, but that game, that level, plays pretty good. Other than that, it's just the major battles from the original 3 movies, and that's exactly what I wanted. Everything else on the cabinet is just, it's just perfect. It's just perfect. The controls are great. The level of control you have with the sounds, like right now I have the audio completely off for the attract mode. You can adjust that volume. You can adjust the volume in game, so that's really cool. A lot of different things you can adjust. This difficulty even has, besides just the standard stuff like hard and medium and easy, it also has a no death mode. So if you really want to just turn all the difficulty off and just have a great time, maybe you have some kids over and you really want them to enjoy it, you can select that mode and away you go. I was able to use a great company called M&P Amusements. I will link them in the description of this video below if you want to reach out to them and see if they can't work you a good deal. They do absolutely great work. Of course, you know what, like anything else, sometimes things get delayed, they're waiting on parts, but trust me, if it runs a little longer than anticipated or a little bit longer than quoted, be patient. It's absolutely worth it, especially if you're going with a BattlePod like I did. Anyway, if you have any other questions, any other thoughts, put those down in the comments section below. I'll be sure to try to answer those. Thank you so much for stopping by and checking out the channel. You have a blessed day. May the Force be with you, and I'll see you next time.